Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to CRN. We are here with the Ghost Cup Series here at Michigan International Speedway for the Skincare Awareness 260 presented by Southern Sim Graphics. Definitely going to be a good one out here tonight. It's a 2-mile racetrack. Track temp's going to be 104 degrees. Air temperature is going to be 78 degrees. It is going to be high miling 2-mile racetrack all the way in and around. Draft is definitely going to be the most dependent thing about the race here tonight. Going to go ahead and going over tonight's starting grid for tonight's race. It's going to be Austin Wheeler, front row in the number 48 machine. He picks up the pole here tonight. Second is going to be Brock Whitehead. Nice return from him coming here tonight. Third is going to be Ricky Gonzalez. Third is going to be Ricky Gonzalez. Fourth is going to be Patrick McQuaid. Fifth, Tyler Robertson. Sixth, Noah Owens. Seventh, Jonathan Cogswell. Eighth, Christian. Ninth, Christopher Cash. 10th is going to be Samuel Lawson. 11th is going to be Chris Hubka. 12th will be Dylan Ellis. 13th is going to be Chris Zofield. 14th is going to be Cody Tarrant. 15th will be Trey Whitehead. 16th, Jeff Radke. 17th is going to be Chris Roberge. 18th is going to be Robert Gillard. 19th is going to be Charles Whitehead. 20th is going to be Dalton McKinney. And 21st, running out our 21 cars, is going to be TJ Handley. It may say that I'm out there racing here tonight, but I just kind of fibbed on getting into the session, registered as a racer instead of a spectator here tonight. But I promise you, broadcast booth, tonight's race. Stages also going to be a big factor in tonight's race. First stage is going to end on, look here, tell ya. Stages here tonight is going to be lap 40 for stage 1, lap 80 for stage 2, and then a 70-lap dash to the end. One fast repair, 65% fuel, 150 laps, one fast repair for these drivers out here on the track. Definitely going to be something fun out here to watch. You're going to see a lot of different people out here to see who's going to play it the right way. You're going to have the bottom work, you're going to have the top work, middle, wherever they can position their car and get any type of run. They're going to do what they can, make themselves get all the way up to the front. Obviously, fuel is definitely going to be an issue, as we already have somebody in the chat for Mr. Patrick McQuaid in that beautiful number 77, already there on the outside of row number 2. Pace car getting ready to drop off, and this time by. Go ahead and get on up here with Barney the Flagman. You can see him all over there in the distance, getting ready to go green flag racing after a week hiatus. We're back here with the Ghost Cup Series. Green flag is out. We are underway for the Skin Cancer Awareness Race 260, headed by Southern Sim Graphics here at Michigan International Speedway. Down into turns number 1 and 2, still side by side. A little bit of a fanned out situation here so far. Also, Wheeler able to get clear. He's going to be a little bit loose. You see everybody trying not to hit that wall coming off of turns number 1 and 2, but able to get into the wall just a little bit. But nonetheless, everybody able to make it where they need to be, as they have a slower car out there coming all the way in and back. Is also Wheeler a little bit loose going off into the corner, and we have a big yard sale all the way in and through. Somebody had something happen out here, as he's able to self up there where he needs to be. Ricky Gonzalez, also Wheeler side by side, both these drivers going at it early in the running. Also Wheeler going to drop from first down to third, but it's going to be all Brock Whitehead in P number 1, as myself and Brock Whitehead both had a good battle last time we ran here. Both of us doing what we needed to do, try and keep ourselves in it to win it. I ended up coming out victorious in that race as Brock Whitehead ended up finishing at number 2. It was a good points day for myself, but it was also a good points day for Brock Whitehead as we're going to ride on board with Ricky Gonzalez as he's right behind the side-by-side action of Austin Wheeler and Brock Whitehead. Brock at DJI.com. Rolling the outside, trying to keep it up there, giving Austin Wheeler all the plenty of room that he wants and needs. And you got Ricky Gonzalez just kind of biding his time, waiting, try to go to pick somebody off one by one, all the way in and through. Tyler Robertson finally coming out of pit lane. Not sure what's going on with the number 9 there tonight. So far, so good for the top 3. I'm going to look off the rear, a bumper of Ricky Gonzalez, right at the number 77 of Patrick McQuaid. Got a nice little fan base out there rooting him on in that number 77 machine. Is Eddie Baker out there on the chat saying, let's go Robertson Team WFO. Is Tyler Robertson 2 laps down. Trying to back on right on the rear deck lid of Patrick McQuaid. Has got Jonathan Cogswell all over his rear. See where Tyler Robertson is on the track. And that sim seats Ryko number 9. Got to get 2 laps back, and then he'll be back on the lead lap and be able to run where he needs to be able to run back up front. 5-car battle for the race lead between the 48 of Austin Wheeler, the 31 Brock Whitehead, the 88 Ricky Gonzalez, 77 of Patrick McQuaid, and the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. So far, biggest move of the race. Ray Whitehead up 7 positions from where he started. Had a little bit of a hiatus, but he is now back and going to run with us. He's going to be 3 wide with Hubka down on the inside. Looks like Noah Owens in the middle of the number 3 machine. He's going to be able to power through, take over not 1 but 2 positions in one foul swoop. As they're going to be back to 3 wide with Chris Cash on that outside, doing what Trey's doing, trying to get the momentum, not able to get there. They're going to drop back to single file racing. You're on lap number 8 out of 40 for the first stage. This race can be quite something if they go green the whole way, other than the stage cautions. It's going to be 3 wide. Chris Cash in the middle will get tagged by the number 20 of Samuel Lawson, the governor. Almost gets into the rear of Chris Hubka. Chris Cash, Chris Hubka. Both try to do what they need to do, get themselves back up to the front. They're going to be stuck side by side. A little bit of a looseness coming from the 38. 38 is going to spin it on around, and that's going to bring out our first caution. Justin Potts, the cause of it. So we're actually going to go on around, find Mr. Oh, it's Jeff Radke. Jeff Radke's in the number 30. Apologize. Go ahead and cut back on over. We're going to go ahead and slow it on down. We're going to see what happened to number 38 machine, maybe a little bit of looseness following the number 38. Yeah, it gets loose off of the quarter. You can see him already trying to wheel it back and forth. And that's one thing about Michigan. High speed, nowhere to go. Crystal Burge trying to get it slowed down, not able to. I'm going to tag him, help him get kind of spun back on around. They're going to just drag each other down at the backstretch wall. Doesn't look like a butt. A little bit of cosmetic damage, but still, you don't have any side damage on your race. Especially at a draft track like Michigan. That's going to allow us to see our first set of pit stops. What is everybody going to do? What's everybody going to take? Is it going to be fuel only, tires? Or are they going to be able to stay out? Christian Root's electing to stay out here. I'm not going to, in Christian Root, pulling him in for our in-race reporter. I'm not going to do that to him. So what better way than the guy that now back after a nice long hiatus. That's going to be the number 23 of Trey Whitehead. Trey, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dylan.
All right, buddy. Well, welcome back for one. You know, it's been tragic that I haven't been able to see you out here on the racetrack. You know, obviously throwing down lap times and you do all the way around the racetrack. But, you know, Michigan ran it last season. You knew how loose it was going to be, you know, longer in the runs. How much different from last season to now this season and the new update that just came out? How much different can you kind of remember, kind of tell me from that to here now?
Well, first off, you're asking a lot from me for trying to remember that far back, but it's not that much different. You know, it's real loose. It kind of just, you know, builds how you drive it. So if you build it loose, it's going to be loose for you and drive real good, but you got to be real easy. So, but you know, it's not too bad. But
you know, I mean, if I remember right, you know, last year the first 5-6 laps you're good on tires and everything. It feels great. It feels a little bit too good, but like you said, depending on how you drive it is going to depend on how loose or tight you're going to get throughout the race run. Obviously, you had the high line rolling there in the first little 8 to 9 lap run there. Obviously, you're probably going to keep it up there on the top shelf where nobody else can run it. What's it going to be like for fuel strategy now that you guys went and took that pit stop?
Yeah, I couldn't really understand the last part of your question. People were talking over you, but yeah, it's been really fun running the top. I don't know if you saw me make a pass on the bottom as well, but yeah, just kind of moving my car around, trying to see where you know, where it drives best and just kind of go from there. So it's been running really good everywhere I put it so far. So it's given me confidence to be able to pass, you know, wherever I need to on the track. So
yeah, well, that I can understand. But Trey, we're going to go ahead and let you get on down there, get buckled back in, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again at the end of stage 1.
All right, I appreciate it.
That's going to be Trey Whitehead. He's going to be our in-race reporter here tonight. Austin Wheeler and Brock Whitehead. So you got the two brothers, and then you got Ricky Gonzalez, a CRN broadcaster, and then you got Austin Wheeler on the front row pace car down into pit lane. This time by Austin Wheeler can fire off whenever he wants. As of right now, with it being Michigan, you don't want to get too much of a gap here. Ricky Gonzalez going to time it absolutely perfect. Going to get right up on the back bumper. And then there we go. Side draft heaven already straight from Brock Whitehead. Is going to go all the way down into turns number 1 and 2. Austin Wheeler all the way down by that yellow line. Brock Whitehead. Got to keep it at 2 lanes on up. Ricky Gonzalez going to come up right in front of Trey Whitehead. Trouble towards the back here. Going to see what happened. They're going to be 3 wide for position back here, looking on board with the number 46 of Dalton McKinney, as they're going to be fanning on out. Charles Whitehead going to go from the top all the way down to the bottom. Beautiful little crossover move from Charles Whitehead on TJ Handley. Absolutely beautifully done in that Coors Light number 51 Toyota Camry. Looking down to the inside, not going to be able to get the pass done momentarily. And here comes Jonathan Cogswell on the outside, trying to get his name up into the mix. Back up here, Trey Whitehead. It's currently sitting at P number 4. Then you got Samuel Lawson right on behind him. Brock Whitehead still sitting P number 2. Going to be side by side with Ricky Gonzalez. And right now, I wouldn't want to be trying to battle for position. The more that you guys are battling, or you're going to let this man right here get on away, is they're going to be board touching all the way down the front stretch. Brock not giving Ricky any room. Going to door each other pretty much essentially all the way into turn number 1. They're still going to be side by side, and that has allowed Trey Whitehead to pull on up in this mix. Brother's going to give the younger brother a bump into the corner. Going to set him up for this pass. Back towards the back, though, Jonathan Cogswell going to make it 3 wide with Christopher Cash and TJ Handley. They're going to file it on way back down to 2 wide. Chris Hupka, not sure what's going on with him. Maybe a little bit loose coming out of the corner, but he's going to lose a bunch of positions. Going to fall right in line with the... Well, try to fall in line with... Not able to do so, as he's going to lose even more position. So much going on throughout the race itself. People battling for position everywhere, essentially. Able to, they need to do, get it done. Trey Whitehead making his way up to P number 2, down on the inside. There he goes. Like he said, he made a pass down on that inside, but look at the run that Ricky Gonzalez got on that outside. Be able to get side by side with Trey Whitehead once again. Trey not able to make that pass stick. He's going to dive it down to the inside once again. Ooh, Trey getting a little bit loose. Samuel Lawson getting loose in front of brother Brock. Brock going to go down to the inside. Take over that position from Samuel Lawson. Looking at it now, it looks like everybody's having their issues getting out of the corners. With the... with the looseness. But able to get it done where they need to have it done. Looking on back here, Robert Gillard. A little bit sideways down on that inside. He's got Jeff Radke up on his outside. 77 of Patrick McQuaid giving him a huge shot to get him back up to speed. Cody Tarrant, and then number 74. Try to make his way back up through the field. Russell Wheeler maintains the race lead. Looking on back here with Noah Owens making his debut start here for season 4. And now you got TJ Handley. He's going to dive it down to the inside. He's going to try to do a little bit of a slider on the number 46, but he's got the 5 right in front of him. Can he get it done? No, not going to be clear. Going to have to try to do it one more time. Luckily for the number 08, though, he's got the draft of Chris Hupka right in front of him, so he's got somebody to pull him all along. 20 laps into this race here tonight. I want to thank everybody out there who's liked, share, subscribed to CRN. Oh, big contact. Cody Tarrant putting it into the wall, something that you don't really want to see. Had that same issue like Jeff Radke in this race. Still able to keep it going. Absolutely pancake the wall, but Hey, thanks to everybody out there who's liked, share, subscribed to CRN. Been an absolute pleasure to bring you any and all broadcasts that CRN has to offer. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to CRN. Help us out with the algorithm on YouTube. Oh, big wreck. Chris Cash, Chris Sofield, oh, Robert Gillard, Tyler Robertson. Big hits. Yellow flag is out. We're going to have to look back and see what exactly happened. We're going to follow along with Smith. Watch it on the nose and watch it in slow-mo. So going up and across the seams, you can see already the two's getting loose right in front of Christopher Cash. And at that point, you're kind of just committed to that outside. He's got nowhere to go. Gets into the number 9. He's going to lose his front end. Your box here. Be able to see Robert Gillard come into play. At this point, now he sees the 2. He tries cutting down, and immediately hood goes up into the air. Not what the 54 wanted to have happen. That's a costly fix with a fast repair. But that's going to bring out our second caution of the night here at Michigan. On down to get some service into their car. See who take tires and stays. Check his fast repairs. So far, so good for Austin Wheeler, leading party of stage number 1. Going to try to capitalize on it, get another stage win. So far, he's the most winningest driver of the series. Season, collecting 5 altogether. Hot shot rookie. All-time series leaders going to be myself and Christopher Tate with 8 wins apiece. Next up is going to be Austin Wheeler, 5. And it down a couple more for other people. I just know us 3 right off the rip. Championships, Christopher Tate's got 1. Season number 1. Season number Tom up. Season number 3 was Christian Ruse, and now we're on the 4th season. Now we're going to see exactly who's going to win the championship. Obviously, we already have our favorite. That's good. Number 48. But anything can happen. Pace car going to go down in this time by. And I think what better way to do it than a little bit of a You love to hear a session letting the cars get up to speed. Right on board with the number 48 machine. We're gonna crank it up here on a CRN, mute the mics, turn the volumes up. We'll be right back. Alright, was short-lived, but it happened. We're gonna go ahead and go back and see what exactly happened. Brock Whitehead getting a little bit loose. Then up in front, Trey Whitehead coming on board. Here we go. Trey Whitehead getting Brock getting tagged, going all the way down. TJ Hanley giving Trey a big shot. Trey going down into Dylan Ellis. Coming back up, didn't want to hit the wall, and then TJ Hanley helped him all the way back around. He immediately locked them up. I don't think anybody hit Trey. Kept him down on the bottom. Yeah, no. Could have hit Trey, so that's even better. Obviously, you don't get hit while you're spitting out. This is absolute worst feeling it while or spun out. Chris Sofield able to get a lap back here tonight. So if I believe back on the lead lap. Not one. Sure. So far, so good. Just a couple of little ups here and there, but Driver's already double filed. Ready to go back. Green flag racing. 12 laps to go in stage number 1. Going to be Austin Wheeler, Jonathan Cogswell on the front row. Sam Lawson right behind him gets a really good restart. He's going to be able to move himself up to P number 2. Sam Lawson up to P number 2. In doing what he needs. Austin Wheeler able to get clear by a lot. As we're going to ride on board side by side, Ricky Gonzalez, Dalton McKinney. Both these drivers. Dalton McKinney, huge run. Going to send it 3 wide down on the inside. Samuel Lawson on the way outside. Jonathan Cogswell in the middle, still 3 wide, coming off of number 2, 4. That is a picture perfect moment there. 3 wide, 3 abreast, all the way around to the track, essentially. Jonathan Cogswell go back on out of it. Now they're going to be down to 2 wide. Back to 3, maybe looking 4 wide. Ricky Gonzalez thought about putting his nose in there. Dalton McKinney backing on out of it. They're going to be back to 2 wide down the back stretch. Side by side, these two, Jonathan Cogswell and Sam Lawson, trying to do what they need to do all the way around the track. And this is what Austin Wheeler likes to see. These two getting side by side, the next 4 people side by side. You know, they're side drafting, they're doing, Don McKinney gets a little bit tight. They're going to be 3 wide. Chris Hupka put him back up into the mix in that white and silver. Number 5. Chris Hupka all the way up here, and Patrick McQuaid in the 88 having some issue. We're going to have to look and see what happened here while these guys are racing. We're going to go ahead and go back to a quick CRA replay, see what happens to the number 88 and the number 77. So who gets loose? Oh, the 88's getting loose. You can see him there. He's turning down into Patrick. They're both going to go down into the inside. Patrick McQuaid's actually going to drive it into pit lane. See him here. Does he hit the outside wall, though? That could be a big factor. Going to have a black flag for going into pit lane like that. Ricky Gonzalez be able to get his down. Oh, we're going to stay green. Lap number 34 out of 40. Side by side, Chris Roberge and the number 20 of Sam Lawson. Chris Hupka making his way all the way up to P number 3 for stage number 1. Dalton McKinney's up to P number 2, up 20 positions from where he started. 4 laps to go for the end of the stage. Who's it gonna be? Dalton McKinney is there. Gonna be a good fight to the finish. Dalton McKinney gonna roll the outside. Austin Wheeler all the way down to the inside. How hard does Austin Wheeler want to fight Dalton for the stage win? Obviously, stage wins are going to mean everything in this league. The more stage wins you get, the more bonus points you get. To help you grade yourself into the playoffs. Dalton McKinney on that outside. Side by side with Austin Wheeler for the stage win. And here comes Roberge. And here comes Hupka. 2 laps to decide the factor. Hupka up to P number 2. Does he have enough to get up to the race lead? Gets on around Austin Wheeler. Going to cut down in front. Final lap in stage number 1. The draft going to be huge here. Where does Hupka go? He's going to go look down to the inside. He's going to be side by side with Dalton McKinney. Hupka looking for his first stage win. He's going to get loose down on the inside. Hupka going to drop all the way down to P number 5. Christopher Cash into P number 4. After that early race caution, going to drive his way back up to a 5th place or a 4th place stage 1 finish as Dalton McKinney comes on around. He's going to take stage number 1. Second is going to be Chris Roberge. Third is going to be Austin Wheeler. 4th, Christopher Cash. 5th, Chris Hupka. Drive for 5. 6th is going to be Jonathan Cogswell. 7th, Samuel Lawson. 8th is Jeff Radke, good bounce back for him. 9th, Christian Ruse. 10th, Brock Whitehead. 11th, Noah Owens. 12th, Dylan Ellis. 13th, TJ Hadley. 14th, Cody Tarrant. 15th, Charles Whitehead. 16th, Ray Whitehead. 17th, Ricky Gonzalez. 18th, Patrick McQuaid. 19th, Chris Zofield. 20th, Tyler Robertson. 21st is Robert Hard. That's going stage results. Don't believe Jeff Dalton score. Take a quick look. Is not seeing. Would have talked to our stage winner, but not able to. While we are under our stage caution, good time to go on ahead and do our first set of tricks tonight. Apologize. Now we'll go ahead and roll our videos and we'll be right back.
Did you guys know that the state of Texas has many programs to help you pay for your down payment? Can you use down payment assistance to build your own custom home? I have chingos of homes all over Laredo that qualify for down payment assistance. All you need is a 580 credit score to start. So not only is down payment assistance good on new homes, you can also get down payment assistance on used homes. To find out if you qualify for down payment assistance, give me a call, 956-333-2774. I'm here to help you guys out.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Michigan International Speedway, getting ready to go back. A green flag race is going to be Austin Wheeler with the control to start. And that is going to be the Sunny D for 98 machine of Chris Roberge. Lap number 80 going to be the end of stage number 2. To see how long go. Obviously, tires are going to be a big deal. You've seen it throughout stage number 1. It's not about how quick you are; it's about how you can drive the car. As a flag is back on out, Sunny D getting a good restart there on Austin Wheeler. Going to be able to get clear going into turns number 1. Dalton McKinney. Going to try and get on around Austin Wheeler now. 98 getting a little bit sideways, but further on back. Ricky Gonzalez trying to make his way back up through the field. Sam Lawson in the middle, trying to find his way up towards the front. Patrick McQuaid gets a little bit loose. But while these drivers are under their flag stint, they're going to be 3 wide. Patrick McQuaid is stuck down on the inside. Here comes Brock Whitehead. They're not done being 3 wide just yet. They're like, hold on, hold my beer. We're going to keep this going. Charles Whitehead goes on around. Caution flag is out once again. See what happened here. You got Tyler Robertson in the middle and ended up involving him. Oh, he just came straight up. I don't know if he got loose. What may have happened? But double check this. We'll watch it from a chase camera. Get a better camera angle. I'll watch it here. They're 3 wide. Tyler Robertson in the middle. Yeah, he got loose. You can see the rear end start kicking out. At that point in time, there's nothing that he could really Hanley going to get caught up in it. Tyler Robertson. Oh, hard to the outside wall. Or inside wall. Ooh, kapow. Big yard sale onto that number 9 machine. Definitely not what he wanted to see. Tyler Robertson not having the greatest Michigan experience. As we're going to get back to the live scene here. A lot of these drivers going into pit time by. Some electing to stay out. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to run to the bathroom real quick. But get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Dalton McKinney with the race lead. He's going to start down to the inside. Christian Roots up on the outside. Drivers back to the green flag. Hit the Geico restart zone. Back underway. Is Jeff Radke able to get himself all the way up to P number 2 fairly quickly. Sam Lawson now trying to find his way on around. Chris Huff could get a little bit from the top all the way down to the inside. Three wide, four wide now. Can make it work, they do. Austin Wheeler not taking any prisoners. Wanting to find himself all the way back up to the front. But we'll go ahead and ride on board with the number 48 of Austin Wheeler. But these drivers on a good little green flag run so far. Gonna go ahead and give you guys a little bit of you love to hear it for stage number 2. Be right back. as we are back here tonight. We'll go ahead and look and see what happened. Got a yellow flag with Dalton McKinney. That was... Oh. No, the yellow flag ended up coming out. I did see some smoke going on, but did not see it. Was? Excuse me. Try to get a little out of there, but Chris Rue's going to stay out. This time. Now we got Christian Ruse. See if this is a strategy call for the number 14. Back down into pit lane, top off, come back out. He's made his decision to stay right where he is. Chris Ruse elected to take the outside. That's going to give Rick Gonzalez the inside. Choose rule. Don't necessarily have to worry about and you obviously have the ability to move wherever they want to move, inside or out. You can make up a lot of positions, or you could lose some positions into that sense. So obviously if you're middle of the pack, you kind of want to keep an eye out and see how many cars go to the top, how many cars go down to the inside. You got the majority of the cars go to the top. You want to take the bottom to self up. Huh? Going to be Christian Ruse in the 1-speed, the smoke pit Chevy Camaro. Going to drivers back to the flag here at Michigan. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Smoke pit gets a lap led under green flag conditions. An angry field of drivers trying to get themselves back up in positions to take over the race lead. It comes zipping on by down into turns number 3. Seeing a little bit of looseness here. Going to have another yellow flag. Oh, and it's the big one. Noah Owens. Looks like Patrick McQuaid. Sam Lawson, Charles Whitehead all involved. Chris Ash is involved. Go ahead and go back here and see what happens. Oh, it looks like they're 4 wide. Oops, wrong button. Sorry about that, everybody. Try this one more time. So being 4 wide, not really what you want to do. Austin Wheeler down on the inside. Then you got TJ Hanley, Sam Lawson, and Noah Owens. Noah Owens is going to get hooked right here. You can see it already. Car starting to turn in. Going to get hooked. And right there, all that she wrote for the number 77. He's going to have to use a fast repair. Hard to the outside wall. Same with Christopher Cash. Yard sales all the way around. Cody Tarrant. Does he get around it? Yes, he does. Barely. Blowing the motor for the 69, the 77, the 20, 51. Getting himself stopped and slowed down. Bumpers flying everywhere. Not a good time for a lot of these drivers. Got to go in, burn a fast repair if they got it, and then come back out, try to beat their rest of the stage. Well, like Trey Whitehead is out of the race. I'm not going to be able to talk to him anymore. As Trey Whitehead is taking it behind the wall. Chris Lawson is out, Whitehead's out, Robertson's out, Gilliard's out, and then I'm out. Else. Definitely not what you want to see here in this run. But, you know, while we have the driver that was involved in this race, we're going to go ahead and bring him up here. He's out of the infield care center, coming back on out to the racetrack. This is going to be the driver, the number 77, Patrick McQuaid. Patrick, are your hands all right? Is your head hurt? Anything like that?
The wheel kind of got jerked out of my hand a little bit there. But no, I saw it. I saw it coming, and that just you can't do anything about that. I feel I feel bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you know, obviously 4 wide, it can work at Michigan. Just you guys were just, by the time it all happened, you just had nowhere to go. You couldn't really do anything. You were just pretty much take the wheel at the time. But you know, it's Michigan, man. Gotta do me proud at Michigan. I think you got a top 3 last season.
Oh yeah. I was super excited to race here for sure, especially during an official race. I won with this Alpha Line scheme, so I was hoping to get back in victory lane. And but no, I feel confident in my speed. But now being down a fast repair, I kind of got tiptoe a little bit. You know what I mean? But no, hopefully I can get back up there and contend for top 3.
Yeah, well, word from me to you, what helped me out win this race last year, put your car where other cars aren't. Out of the dirt. But we're going to go ahead and put you down, back in with your team. It's been nice talking to you. Hopefully be able to talk to you after.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
That's going to be the driver of the number 77, Patrick McQuaid. Ricky Gonzalez made a Christian Root front row. Christian Root's going to be able to get these drivers off of here. He's going to have control of the restart. Green flag is back on out for Christian Root. Look at that. Gonzalez try to get around or get clear of Austin Wheeler. Not able to do so. He can't jump up just yet. Not clear. But nonetheless. Side by side. Austin Wheeler going to help push and propel Christian Ruse to this lead and keep him in this lead. Christian Ruse on that outside. Austin Wheeler to the outside. Austin Wheeler's got a little bit of front end damage that could hinder the performance of that number 48. They're going to get together. 14 and the 48. It's going to be the Wheeler and Dalton McKinney sitting is now Christian. Heavy battle out to be 4 wide. The 38 and the 88. Drew's getting bounced around like a pinball out there. Now he's really getting sandwiched. Trying to do what he can to keep his. Now we get passed by Dylan Ellis. Gonzalez trying to do a little side draft on the number 4. Because we had a pass for Dalton McKinney able to get on around Austin Wheeler. There's 10 laps to go. 2. Oh, McKinney's still with the race lead, but the battles are going deep pack in the pack. Hupka try to find a way around his teammate of Christian Root. Go on ahead and check in with his other team, Patrick, see how nice and cautious. He lost the draft. Don't wanna damage the car anymore. Les just out here, perhaps trying to get himself in a position, but now Brock Whitehead, our race leader, is going to go ahead and lead lap number 72. If there's anybody out there on the racetrack that you guys want to see and I'm not showing, let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to, guys, anybody that you'd like to see. Bar Brock Whitehead with the, go ahead and look on the rear deck lid of the 31. Got the 8 in the 6. Got the apron, that apron advantage. is Brock Whitehead has all the clean air that he could ever want and imagine, and that is one thing that I can assure you. Obviously, part of the go last year and the season of fighting for the championship. He ran in Michigan last season, and up front is where the pretty air being behind somebody was something so fierce that they really had to eye on it. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Had to rush myself somewhere and getting a bloody nose, but we are back here. Stage number 2 is over. Dalton McKinney with the stage win, I believe, is he's going to go ahead and stay on out one more lap, and then he's going to come on back in. We'll be good to go, but 2 stages down, 1 more to go. 70 laps the distance. Well, McKinney elected to stay out, did not pit. Last time he pit was on lap number 60. Everybody else is on lap number 82. Definitely going to be a test to Dalton McKinney. See how everything is going to go. Better way. Grab another guy. I have got so it is just because we get ready to go green now. They get off of backstretch. Chris Hupka all the way up to P number 2, up 9 positions from where he started. And then you got Dalton McKinney up 21 from where he started. Green flag back on out in the air. Dalton McKinney gets a really good jump. He's going to get a really good jump. He's going to be out a couple car lengths. Ricky Gonzalez tried to get on around Chris Hupka. He's going to be able to move himself up to P at number 2. So far, top 2 being the way that it needs to be, but a yellow flag is out. Crystal Burge, the number 98 machine. Oh, the 3 getting loose. Going to tag the 98. Oh, the 51 going to tag the 98 as well. Hard to the inside wall. Yard to sail for a couple of different drivers. Definitely not what anybody wants to see. To get everybody wound back up here. Ricky Gonzalez going to inherit the race lead after Dalton McKinney finally goes somewhere. Not sure where Dalton McKinney had. Dalton McKinney has dropped down to P number. Before isn't too bad. He should be able to get back up there if he got to go into pit lane later in the run. Hopefully he doesn't have to worry about a green flag pit stop. They could have more yellow flags, and then he'll have to go in, get some more pit stops done. I just really wish I knew how many laps it can go on a set of tires. How many laps I can go on a set of tires, not sure how many laps I can go on a tank of fuel. Definitely going to be something to keep an eye on as Ricky Gonzalez takes the outside. Upcut takes the outside. Move Cogswell all the way up to the inside lane. He's going to take over provisional P at number 2. Cogswell in second. Kenny in 4th down on the inside. So drivers are lined up side by side. Gonna get ready to go green flag racing once again. Again, race is sponsored by Johnny Williams with Skin Cancer Awareness 260. Live from Michigan. Presented by Southern Sim Graphics. Anybody wants any paint scheme done, get a hold of Johnny Williams or some Southern Sim Graphics. Get your order in. Beautiful looking paint scheme. Ricky Gonzalez, Jonathan Cogswell, green flag is out once again. Jonathan Cogswell getting caught sleeping on the dime. Going to end up getting passed by a few drivers. Ricky Gonzalez going to be able to take over the race lead. Going to go ahead and see what is going on back here. Jeff Radke, the number 38, in the middle, 3 wide. Also, Wheeler going to be able to get clear of him. Going to jump up in front, and he's going to jump all the way back down low. 3 wide. Making his move up to P number 2 in 1 foul backstretch and, well, 4. Christian Ruse, a little bit of side draft from him on the number 99, trying to get himself up there. Jeff Radke giving a little bit of a shot to the number 27, like, come on, man, let's go. We got to go. Christian Ruse getting into the back of Chris Zofield. Did they save it? Yes, they did. Holy cow. We're going to have to go back and rewatch this replay, because that was... Man, you're going to watch the 24 go, or the 14 go down to the inside. I think he just got tight. Yeah, you can see if he's tracking up the racetrack. Going to get into him. Chris Ruse going to get punted by the number 99. All drivers able to save every single car. And you want to talk about an expert to driving by the number 2 to save that car. Absolutely wonderful. Is going to jump on up here with Dylan Ellis. He's got that front end damage. Definitely not what you want to see. Christo Burge not going to be the next victim for Dylan Ellis if he can get there. The arrow push that he's going to have now with that front end, being as damaged as it is not going to help him out at all. Going to go ahead and get to a more exciting camera. Is Christian Ruse making himself all the way up to P number 6. Dalton McKinney 2 cars back. Chris Burge looking down to the inside of a Christian Ruse, not able to get there. $95 laps out of 150. 55 laps to go here at Michigan. Go ahead and cut to one of the two. You love to hear it here on a CRN. Break it on up for one of the final times. We'll be right back. We are back here with the Ghost Cup Series. Bit of a yellow flag out here on the race. Go ahead and go back. Quick CR ready replay. See what happens to the number 99. He was dodging a wreck, actually. Oh, getting involved. See what happened to the driver that number 4. Like Dalton might have gotten to. Oh, he was. Oh, hard to the outside wall. By everybody else to. Now we have 45 laps to go. Final pit stop should just every caution a flag out once again. Dalton McKinney going to be the race lead. Staying at, or no, Chris Hirsch. Like they gave Dalton McKinney lap down. Caution. Going to be Chris Roberge and Jeff Radke. Going to lead these drivers to the flag here. Pace car going to go down into pit lane this time by the 98 has start button. See what he can. Geico restart zone. Here we go. Oh, bit of a check up there. Chris Roberge spinning the tires. Okay, Hadley going just a little tad bit too early. Ended up checking up the outside lane. Checked up. Lead Jeff Radke, and then you got Jonathan Cogswell looking down to the inside. He's got the position, but he cannot get clear. Yeah, inside lane to his advantage, keep the momentum with him. Side draft. That would have been, if the race would have ended right then and there, that would have been Jonathan Cogswell. They're going to be side by side. Jonathan Cogswell giving enough room in case of Radke got loose coming out of the corner. Radke super loose on that outside. He's going to chase it all the way down the racetrack. Beautiful save by the driver, the number 8. Pretty is going to get passed by TJ Hadley. As does. He's going to be under pressure from number 77, which both drivers get loose or end up getting it loose. There for a quick second. Oh, Radke really loose. He's going to put himself on the outside wall. TJ Hadley all the way down to the inside. Pretty sure Hadley ended up saving it. Yeah, he did. He's right there on your screen. All the way down to the inside, just 5 position. Will be able to continue to race another way. Chris Zofield back here in a P at number 10, up 3 positions from started. Trying to self into a fighting contention. Jonathan Cogswell getting super loose out of it. Lost all those positions. Upka go ahead and take over. Upka going to settle down for P number 4. Jonathan Cogswell able to fire back and keep P number 3. While all this is going on, also Wheeler has opened up a 4-second gap over second place. Jeff Radke. Patrick McQuaid currently sitting at P number 6. He's down at 2 positions from her. He's down on that inside lane. 77. Alpha Lion Chevy Camaro. They're going to be side by side, Cogswell and Upka. Each other along. Around each other. They're coming up on 30 laps to go here at Michigan. Jonathan Cogswell sliding up the racetrack, almost getting in the right the left rear of Ricky Gonzalez. Ricky's going to be able to hold him off. Christian Ruse on his way back up. He's sitting P number 4. Dooring each other going into turns number 3 and 4. Cogswell and Gonzalez. They get 3 wide now between Patrick McQuaid. He's going to be able to make up a couple of positions. You got 3 teammates and then a satellite teammate in the number 88. So the 14, the 5, the 77, and the 88. Oh, satellite teammate. But doing what they need to do to get themselves up and through the field. Patrick McQuaid looking at to take over that 3rd position. That he does. As it is a Austin Wheeler and Peter McClellan, Jeff Radke in 2nd, Patrick McQuaid in 3rd, Chris Ruse in 4th, Chris Upka rounding out your top 5. All these drivers what they can to try and get themselves up and around. Doing what they can. Wade using that outside lane to his advantage. With Jeff Radke running the inside. He closed up the gap between himself and Radke. Patrick rolling the way outside. He's going to be alongside of the number 38 this time by. No help for either driver, but it's going to be the outside lane with the momentum. Move Patrick McQuaid up to P number 2. Talked to him earlier. He wants to finish very well. He ran this scheme in an official race here at Michigan and got the win in the Alpha Lion car. Good save by the number 77. A lot of wheeling there. End of the. Ended up it, but not going to get cleared by Cogswell. Cogswell got to find a way around Jeff Radke and Patrick McQuaid, who has battled back to try and do this pass once again. Here we go. Top shelf. Loose yet again. Lost a little bit of momentum, but not much. Right rear tires got to be screaming at him this now. Is Cogswell going to be able to try and put his nose up there? He's not going to be clear. Wade still trying to battle back. Looking to the outside once again. Much better corner exit that time. Cogswell looks to the outside. Wade down to the inside. They're going to run that yellow line. Potentially pick up 2 positions in one loop. Going to go ahead and get on around. Move Patrick McQuaid up to P number 2. Use the bottom where he needed to. Christian Ruse going to force it 3 wide. He's going to move himself up to P number 3. $30 laps to go. 28. 48 laps to go for, Patrick McQuaid really loose. Everybody's going to be able to get on around him this time by. He's going to drop all the way down to number 7. So as quick as you can get all the way up in and through the field is as quick as you can loop. Going. Ricky Gonzalez gets into the side of Jonathan Cogswell. Send himself down the side. Communication between Ricky and Jonathan Cogswell saying sorry, apologize, didn't mean to do it. Thought I was clear. So riding on board with Christian Ruse is he at number 2. Patrick McQuaid's going to have to find his way back on up here. Is our longest green flag run. We're going to go ahead and take our final You'll Love to Hear It break. We'll come back. Last 10 laps going to be uninterrupted. No commercials, no nothing. We'll be right back. So 18 laps to go this time by. Green flag pit stop's already underway, and half of them, or if not all of them, are done as of right now. Last one to pit would be the TJ Hadley, last pit on lap number 105, so he's got a pit stop coming up. We can see where TJ Hadley is. He's on the backstretch. Is just let the number 14 of Christian Ruse go on by. So going to be is TJ Haley. He's going to go into pit lane this time by see Austin Wheeler going in, coming out of turns number 2 right now. Going to get down into pit lane. Hurry up, get those tires serviced. Use a fast repair if you got it. Did he overshoot his pit stall? He did not. But TJ Haley possibly going to lose the race lead. Does he take 2 or does he take 4? He's going to opt to take 4 tires. That's going to give the race lead on over to Austin Wheeler. Jonathan Cogswell right behind him. That's going to be the top 2 right there. Ricky Gonzalez having some issues. Big issues from the number 88 machine. Going to see what happened to the front end of that number 88. I believe he just got loose going through the corner. Okay, you see there, he's super loose, overcorrects. Oh, hard to the outside wall. Broke the tire link, toe link. But he's going to try to get himself all the way back on around without causing any distress to anybody. But roll the inside. Oh, he's going to go up the racetrack. This could be bad. He's going to go ahead and get it back down underneath the yellow line, so everybody's going to be able to get around him. Battle for the race lead is going to be right here, the 27 and the number 48 for the last 15 laps. Last 15 laps going to go by hopefully fairly quickly. Is coming off turn number 4. There's the gap. Chris Upka making his way all the way up to P number 7. Chris Roberge going into pit lane this time by. Chris Zofield sitting at P at number 9. Getting ready to pass EJ Hadley for 8th position. As he gets on around him fairly easily. TJ just going to go ahead and let him go. Want to do anything nonchalantly, just use him for a draft. Is Ricky Gonzalez finally in and out of pit lane along with Chris Roberge. See this race end under green flag conditions with 14 laps to go. Chris Ofield gets into the outside wall. Look at that Chris Hupka now. Trying to catch up to the number 99. Making it work so far. He's going to have the run. He closed that gap super quick. A look to the outside. And find a run on the number 99. coming up on 10 laps to go. I want to thank everybody out there who's been tuning in here tonight, watching this race go on. Minimal cautions here tonight. Chris Hupka still trying to find a way around the number 99. 99 is going to be able to get clear. The 5 got a little bit loose. So far, so good for a lot of these drivers. Like Christian Ruse able to sit down in P number 4. I believe he's got a little bit of time to make up to Jeff Radke. As Jeff Radke is getting ready to go into turn number 3. Look on the gearbox. That little black speck up there by the track map, that is going to be Christian. But look back here, Dylan Ellis able to pick off the number 77, but the 77 and 5 got the draft. We're going to see what these two can do. Dylan Ellis going to drop it all the way down to the inside. Leave the 5 and the 77 the top lane. Rolling that bottom a little bit better than what the top lane's rolling. As now everybody trying to do what they can. Pick up any and all positions. 9 laps to go. Austin Wheeler out to a sizable margin. 3 seconds is the gap between Wheeler and Jonathan Cogswell. Between them, you got another 3 seconds between Radke, and then 4 seconds between Radke and Christian. Definitely going to be a fun star-studded field out here. You can see they're all essentially pretty much spread out. Caution now. Would bunch everybody back on up. The person that doesn't want to see that yellow flag is going to be the leader. Number 48 of Austin Wheeler. Got that big gap. He doesn't want to have anybody near him try to take away another win. So far, everybody doing what they need to do. Racing has been substantially cleaner than other races. Chris Hupka getting loose, going all the way down to the inside. Going to lose a position to Patrick McQuaid. The 3, Noah Owens. With Ricky Gonzalez. 77's got the 5. Closer to him. Christian Ruse kind of making up. Oh, like 4.1 behind Jeff Radke. Now 3 seconds actually. Seconds, so Christian Root starting to catch up to Jeff Radke. Go ahead, right on board with Christian Root. Hop inside the driver's seat of the number 14. Got the outside rolling a little bit better than what Radke does. That little wall tap does not help Giroud's case at all. Dropped out of 4 seconds now. 4 laps to go. We have 2 laps to go. Here at Michigan. But back on out of this, go on up here to Austin Wheeler. As he's coming on around to take the white flag. White flag at this time by. Also, Wheeler going to come home with the race win. Down the backstretch. He's got a 6-second gap between himself and Radke. 7 seconds between himself and Jonathan Cogswell, who has fought and passed everybody and now is trying to come home. But it'll be also Wheeler getting the race win. Jeff Radke second. Jonathan Cogswell in third. A good 4th place finish from everybody else's. Checkered flag is on and out. Is Holden McKinney coming on around to do his celebratory burnouts. There. Getting them on and done. For the number 48. It burns it down. Here in Michigan. While we do that, we're going to go ahead and get our top 3 into the broadcast booth momentarily. Go. Find our 3rd place finisher. That's going to be Jonathan Cogswell. Jonathan, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy. Jonathan, this is Dylan, CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy.
Hey Dylan, meet again finally.
Yeah, meet again finally, but this time different. You know, I'm not down there on the racetrack racing with you. I'm just up here at the broadcast booth doing what I need to do up here. But man, what a hard-fought battle for you. I mean, you were battling adversity all the way around the racetrack. Pretty much every single lap, you were either getting doored, almost spun, you were doing this, you were doing that. And you finally came home with a P3.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't know how Wheeler was taking the bottom of 3 and 4. I tried it to try to keep up with them, and I was about to hit the wall, so I gave up on trying that.
Yeah, it seemed like, if you knew how to do the bottom lane, but if you didn't, then obviously you had to run the top. And I mean, obviously the top is the dominant lane, not to be off throttle as much, and you have the momentum coming off the quarter. But nonetheless, I mean, top 3 here at Michigan. Obviously, you're still trying to hunt for a race win or even possibly another race win here in the Ghost Cup Series. What's it going to take to finally yourself in a position to where you can get it done?
Wheeler wreck.
Well, you got...
Or get like fuel mileage or tire going in my favor or something like that.
Well, looking at the rest of the season, I don't see Darlington on the season anymore.
No, I was.
But, next week you got Charlotte. I know you're a good Charlotte track racer. So, what's it going to take to look into that one and get yourself set up for Charlotte next week?
Well, might do a little practice, and that might help a little bit. I can usually come in and just do some laps for warm up, but maybe I should do a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Rest of us can't be too mad about it, but a congratulatory top 3 here tonight on what seemed to be a super long 150 laps. If there's anybody on that number 27 you'd like to give a shout out to.
I'd just like to thank my teammates. Thank you for broadcasting, and thanks for the league and everyone that shows up, and it's always a good time, and I'm glad to be here.
All right, Jonathan, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, celebrate that 3rd place finish here tonight, and we'll be talking again, hopefully.
Yeah, losing second hurt more than not getting first in the last lap.
Hey, man, you got to take them where you can.
Yeah, congratulations to them. I'll see you next week.
All right, buddy. That's going to be our 3rd place finisher of Jonathan Cogswell. We're going to go ahead and move on up to a familiar face, whether it's in a modified, a late model, or a truck. That's going to be the number 38 of Jeff Radke. Jeff, this is Dylan, the CRN broadcast booth. Get a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff, I talk to you a lot. Okay, let's just put this out here for everybody out there watching. I talk to this man a lot. But, with Lucky Dog possibly not making a comeback here, you decided to hop in the next-gen car in the Ghost Cup Series, repping my old number and the number 38, and you came home with a P2. Kind of walk me through how your race kind of went. Obviously, you got into that early caution in the race, but you bounced back and delivered.
Yeah, it's kind of a tale of like 3 different races, to be honest. Gotten some mess, had to use a fast repair, decided track position was better than hanging out in the back, so started working my way in pit strategy and stages to get some track position. And then right there before that, one of those last cautions, I think I was running 3rd behind Ricky and Austin. I felt like halfway through the run there I might have had something for him, but the caution came out and brought everybody back. I got some damage there, I think, from the 08 coming out of 2 one of those times. I was just content with running 3rd, to be honest. Then I started reeling in Jonathan and decided, let's see what if I can pull out 2nd.
And which, obviously you ended up doing it. And, the long green flag runs obviously helped everybody figure out what the car's going to do. You were looking about, I want to say, probably 30 to 40 lap on a fuel stint. What was the tires like after you got done pitting?
They wasn't too bad on the 30 lap stint. I think around mid 80s as far as wear was concerned. You could definitely feel it about 15 laps in. The rear end started going away, started getting a real bad push. So it's just tough with these cars. They're so on edge between that loose coming off the corner. It's real easy to just whip it around.
Yeah, and I mean, when I ran this race last season, that's exactly how it was. I was driving it off the right rear more than the majority of the racers last season were driving it off the right front, kind of flicking it into the corner, leaning on the left rear or right rear more than any other tire. But obviously you started making your starts here in the Ghost Cup Series. I see you race a little bit over in the Xfinity Series, got a couple wins under your belt over there, but now we're going to take our focus from a big track, a 2-mile track, down to a 1.5 miles. That's going to be Charlotte next week. What's it going to take to get the job done with a race win?
I don't know. It's probably a little too early to tell, but hometown track always is nice to run at, so it should be a good show.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good show. It's going to be one of the longest races of the season as well, as that's going to be our Coke 600 over here. It's going to be a patriotic scheme at Charlotte, and then obviously right after that we got the All-Star race. But Jeff, before we let you get on out of here, celebrate that second place win and go on from there. If there's anybody on that number 38 you'd like to give a shout out to.
Smoky Mountain Motorsports, they gave me a spot on the team to come over and run, so I'd like to shout them out. Christopher Cash made it happen so that I could run every Thursday, so trying out the new team and having fun.
Well, you're making the 38 look good, buddy. It's so weird seeing you in the 38 and not the 3.
Well, I got the same 3, so.
Yeah, it is. You got the same 3, but you put an 8 behind it. As long as you're doing me proud by repping the number 38, making it look good, we're all good.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. We're going to go ahead and let's get on out of here, celebrate with the family, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you again next week.
Hopefully so. Have a good night.
That's going to do it for our second place finisher. We're going to go ahead and move on up to our race winner. That's going to be the number 48 of Austin Wheeler, a.k.a. Wheels, a.k.a. I win a lot, a.k.a. I'm dominating, a.k.a. Can you stop, a.k.a. the answer is no. Austin, the still in CRM broadcast booth, you get a copy.
Yeah, man, I got you.
All right, buddy. Trucks, Xfinity, Cup Car, doesn't matter what you put yourself into, you're going to be up there at the front to contend for a race win.
Yeah, man, I'm having a great time. That's been a blast. These guys are so much fun to race with. Had a lot of close action tonight. It's been a fun season so far, man.
Yeah, you say fun season and everything, and I believe this was win number 6, or is it number 5?
This is win number 6, I think. I think it might be 7 if you include the shootout.
Oh, well. Either way, you're doing what you need to do to solidify that, you are the rookie of the year. And, I mean, once we get to the regular season, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, you're in the running for the playoffs. More wins and the more stage points you have, that's going to help solidify your deep run into the playoffs. Obviously, you're one of the favorites to win the whole thing. What's it going to take to go from a big 2-mile track and incorporate what you've been doing for the first half of the races into, let's say, once you get to the Roval or even Chicagoland in the playoffs? What kind of mindset do you need to go in with?
Yeah, I mean, the mindset right now is just playoff points. I'm going to get as much playoff points as I can to have a good lead going into round 1. Other than that, to get to the first probably 2 rounds, just need really good consistency. I'm hoping I'm getting hot right here at the right time, head into the playoffs, and hopefully carry momentum with me into them.
Yeah, you see, I know all about getting hot, and if you followed me before, me and you have actually met, we got put on a team together. The MSRL that ran Friday nights, I was getting hot. I ended out the season with 9 wins. Made myself all the way to the Final 4 and then biffed it in the Final 4 race. So, obviously it's going to be a little bit different than, everything that happens here and there. And, obviously you want to keep riding high on the momentum. But when, like tonight, for instance, when you elected to go in and top off on fuel after, I don't know, probably 17 laps and everybody else decided to take tires, was that working in your favor towards the end of the race? Or were you just like, okay, I just want to see what tires are going to look like if you happen to go in and take a late race caution and having to throw on tires, or was it okay? Well, damn, now I'm kind of behind the bullet.
Yeah, I mean, tires actually meant a lot. The first 8 to 10 laps, usually you couldn't tell too much of a difference, but the back 2/3 of the run, it would really fall off hard. So at the beginning of the race, when the caution came out fairly early, I was definitely thinking save the set. And then when it came out again with like 15 to go in stage 2, I was thinking win the stage versus save a set. So I ended up saving a set in first stage and then burning a set in the second stage. I think we were all kind of on the same tire strategy, I think, there at the end. But they definitely mattered after about 10, 12 laps. The last 2/3 of the run, they were really important.
Yeah, and talking to Jonathan Cogswell, he said you had the bottom rolling better than anybody else out there tonight, and I mean it really showed. Anybody else that really tried to run the same line that you did down to that inside was either getting loose or getting a little bit tight, sliding up into people. You were holding. It was kind of like me and you at Auto Club all over again. You were holding it down to the inside. I was up on the outside. I got loose on the outside. You not once had a sketchy wheel in your hand. You kept it as clean as you possibly could, and that ultimately helped you save the tire wear and get yourself that 6th race win here tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it when tires become part of the strategy. It's I've never been really good at saving tires until here the past couple of weeks. I've actually put a lot more effort into taking care of the tires better. But it was fun ripping the bottom, man. It was a blast. If you hit it wrong, you were in bad shape, but it worked out good for us tonight.
Yeah, it ended up working good for you here tonight. Now you're going to shift your attention from a 2-mile track down to 1.5 miles. It's going to be one of the longest races of the season. This is going to be Charlotte, the Patriotic Schemes. I mean, it's Charlotte. I'll give you a challenge, actually. We'll do a CRN challenge for you and you only. You're leading the points and everything. It's called the CRN challenge. You're going to start from the back. You're not even going to qualify next week, and we're going to see what position you can finish. Might be a little incentive.
Hey, that's fine with me. I mean, if you want to do a little incentive, I feel pretty good about the regular season championship now, especially since Isaiah wasn't here tonight. So I should have a 200+ point lead for the regular season championship. So if something bad happens, I think I'll be okay. But I'm looking forward to Charlotte, man. It's not as draft heavy as Michigan is, but you can race all over that racetrack. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and people think Charlotte's one of the more easier 1.5 mile tracks, but in reality, it's quite technical. I mean, you think you can bomb it into turns 3 and 4 like you can 1 and 2, and you're going to get a rude awakening. You're just going to slide all the way up to the outside wall. So a little bit of brake, a little bit of off throttle time here and there, be able to get you right. And then you got the turn 4 bite, I like to call it, where the track ends up transitioning from the bank to the flat surface. It's going to be a little topsy-turvy. People are going to get loose with all the wheel input that they got, especially if they're running the outside lane. But, I believe in you. I think you can get it done. And let's get the CRN challenge started for next week if you accept.
Yeah, man, I accept. It's going to be fun going through the pack and battling everybody. I'm looking forward to it now.
All right, buddy. Well, if there's anybody on that number 48 machine you'd like to give a shout-out to, the floor is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to thank, first of all, my wife for letting me do this during the week. It takes a lot of time in the afternoons, but she's a big supporter of it, so we're in good shape there. But I'd like to thank the main sponsor, Wheelers Painting and More, right here in Richmond, Virginia. If you're all local, give us a call. Check us out.
All right, Austin, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that race win number 6 on the season. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the broadcast booth on Tuesdays and now Thursdays. Can't wait for Indianapolis to see what you do. Can't wait to get down there in the truck with you and race finally once again as I break out retirement. But we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that race win with the teammates, the family, the girlfriend. Go buy her some roses. Buy her a engagement ring while you're at it. And we'll be talking to you again next week.
Thanks, Dylan. I appreciate you.
All right, that's going to do it for our race winner here tonight. That's going to be the number 48 of Austin Wheeler. 150 laps up, 150 laps down here at Michigan International Speedway. The track is quiet. The cars are going back onto the haulers. Man, oh man, was it a fun race out here tonight. But that's going to do it for myself out here on the broadcast booth for CRN. Make sure you guys tune in a Saturday night as I'll be back in the broadcast booth for the NIS Truck Series. I got a special guest coming into the broadcast booth on a Saturday night. So if you guys want to tune into that, make sure you guys come on out and see what's happening. That's going to do it for myself up here at the broadcast booth for CRN. Brought to you, or bringing you the coverage from the Ghost Cup Series. My name is Dylan McDonald. Make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.